This is the GCW Podcast, where you can stay up to date on everything that is GCW. Greetings, everyone. This is Mr. Gomez, and I am here with the GCW Podcast. Very original name, we know. And this is our first podcast ever from GCW Studios. So our first guests are going to be the Metro Brothers, Chris and JC. We're going to get going right now. Little disclaimer, podcast noobs. Our actual audio tracks from this podcast were lost, so luckily we had a camcorder set up and we were recording all that, so we apologize for the garbage quality of the audio on our first podcast, but we didn't want to do it again. It was pretty good the first time, so we liked what we heard on the video, so we're going to go ahead and play that, and in the future we will make sure that we do not lose the audio so you guys can have a better quality audio for the Q&A portion of the podcast. We appreciate you listening in. You can find us online most places at GCW420. You can follow our show, GCW Nation, on nothingelse.tv exclusively. And you can also check us out, Generation Championship Wrestling, on YouTube everywhere. Thanks again for listening to the show. Let's get into it now with the Metro Brothers. See, I already got a correction to make. I'm a complete noob at this. You can find us on nothingelse.tv. Thanks a lot. We're going to remember the right call signs in the future. Alright, welcome to the GCW Podcast. I am Mr. Gomez, and with me today is Chris and JC. And they are part of the tag team, the Metro Brothers. And to us, the Metro Brothers are part of the inner circle of myself, Mr. Gomez, the GCW champion, the Oracle, Sir Rios. Did I get all of his, what is it now? The Oracle, Sir Rios, Badu, Esquire, the third champion of this is Rios, well, yeah. And to the rest of the world, you can catch them a lot of places. Most notably, I think, is on NXT, which is WWE television. In my opinion, the better part of the WWE brand right now. And where else, you guys? What other notably big organizations do you think? They don't have to be big. What are some of your favorite organizations to work with?
I mean, we do a lot. We do Fast Wrestling up in Gainesville.
I heard of those guys.
Yeah.
Full Throttle
Pro Wrestling. We're doing ACW, the WWE Network, this Saturday. Catch us all over Florida, basically.
Yeah.
Of course, GCW.
Of course, those guys. I've heard of them too. They're okay. Where'd you guys start? When did you start?
We started in 2015. Well, we started training in 2015 at Team 3D Academy.
Okay.
And basically, one day we saw they were doing that $1,000 WrestleMania special. And we said, you know what? If we don't do it now, we're never going to do it.
Exactly.
Because I think it was like normally $3,500 for the year.
Something like that.
So we did that. Like literally, I think it was like the next week or something like that. We just drove up there and basically, no matter what, we knew we were signing up.
We actually walked in there. Devon asked us. He was like, "Hey, do you want to, check around first, stay for the day? Just so if you like decide what you want to do." And we're like, here's our checks, here's our money.
Nice.
Signing up today.
Oh man,
there you go.
It's a good sale. You guys did you wrestle in high school, college, or anything like that?
We didn't.
We actually no, we didn't.
No sports?
Nope.
Well, we played a lot of sports.
Baseball.
Baseball players?
Yeah.
You look like more like football players. I mean, maybe not.
Actually, no.
Maybe not like NFL size football players.
We're not 250.
All right, with your protein powder bag, you're about 250.
Yeah. Exactly.
This guy, the first time I met him, he walked in the house in Detroit with a bag of protein powder. It was like, how big is it? Like a 10-pound bag?
Probably something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
12-pound bag.
It looked like an old British lady's purse, I'll tell you that. It was pretty big, man. Like, you could pull some stuff out of it. I thought it was a wardrobe or something. Anyway, that was fun. So did you guys, obviously you're brothers, did you wrestle with each other as a kid? Did you grow up watching wrestling? Did you?
Yeah, of course. We actually just grew up on wrestling. Our dad always watched it. My brother always watched it. So we pretty much just grew up on it and always did moves on each other. On the couch. We actually used to have our own Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
At our house, at our living room.
I forgot about
yeah,
that.
we used to throw each other over the couch. That would count as elimination. And we'd have like a CD in the background playing like a list of tracks. So, for example,
Nice.
like I'll be like Ultimate Warrior, and we'll come out to that music. It'll eliminate me. Come out to the next one. Come out to the Godfather. Come out to just a list of tracks. It was the WWE Anthology CD. So we had all of them.
I'll make sure to play that in the background.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've got the anthology CD on digital because I'm old. All right, so you got to the academy. Did you have any clue what the fuck you were doing, or
Well,
did you think you know what you were doing, and then Devon quickly gave you a thumb and taught you different?
see, first thing they're really big on like strength and conditioning training there.
Right.
So, I remember the first time we actually did one, because we went to the gym and stuff, but I never like did anything like cardio wise, I guess, or not that intense at least. And they had us do one, and we were doing. I think the last exercise was like burpees or throwdowns or something, and I did 20, or it was some low number. It wasn't even a high number, and I was like just gassed out. And then Devon goes, "All right, 20 more," and I'm like, I'm doing it, and eventually I'm like, I can't. And that was probably like the worst thing that I could have ever said at that moment. So literally, he just pulled everyone aside. He comes up to me, he's like, "Listen, if I ever hear the words 'I can't' in this building ever again, I'm gonna throw you in that ring. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna give you your money back." I never said I can't again.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, after that, first couple of weeks was pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I thought like I don't know. I looked at him. I'm like I don't know how we're gonna get to advanced class, because you literally have to do all this crazy shit just to get to advanced class to start actually doing matches. But after a month or so, our body just got used to it, and I enjoyed doing.
You adapt to it.
Yeah, you adapt to it, and it's just like you're competing with everyone there, and I don't know. Eventually, it was just fun after a while. Actually,
Yeah.
at first you hate it, but
Who was the weaker of the two for a while? Who was sucking ass more?
Definitely not me.
Not to throw you under a bus or anything, but him right next to me. Gotcha. Awesome. So they got more.
It's
fun.
funny. The first person I was doing one of those drills with was Marcos.
Right.
Marcos Espada, and
Nicaraguan heat.
and we yeah. So we were doing it together, and of course, if I'm messing up, that's just like he's gonna pay for that too. So like he's like. I'm like, I gotta finish mine. He's like, "Come on, bro, don't quit on me, bro. Don't quit on me, bro." And he's like, "Fuck you."
And he was awake when he was doing this?
Yeah, he was awake.
Marcos does things awake?
Yeah, because usually when we did these drills, you were always paired up, and you had to be in sync at all times. So if one person fucked up, the other person had to pay for it. So you would have to start pretty much like the whole exercise over if one person fucked up the entire drill.
I don't know how I've never been a wrestler. That's my kind of shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Punishment. Punishment. You guys have never... And you said you've never played football before.
I played it.
Like organized?
We just never...
Like organized football or anything?
Yeah.
So maybe coming to the gym was probably your first time at like that level of getting yelled at when it's time to... Like, you know, I used to play football before I stopped getting taller in football. Back in the day, not anymore because it's all cute and cuddly now. But you know, you go to football practice and proceed to get your ass kicked and yelled at and just demoralized and beat down and beat up, and that was always fun to me. I
expected all that.
Was that your first? Was that the first time you'd ever been in that kind of learning atmosphere, like they're just screaming at you?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, pretty much.
Beating you, breaking you down to build you up.
Well, we expected it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They build you up. They build you up mentally and physically.
Of course, because you know if you're not strong mentally, you know probably physically it's just
exactly.
Wrestling,
yeah.
you're gonna get beat up. You better be there strong.
Yeah, they definitely prepare you for this, because you know how this business is.
I'm the greenest one in the room, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you could already just from how long you.
Our guys are tough, man.
Yeah.
Our guys are tough. They,
Yeah.
Mentally strong. I'd say the best thing I've learned from wrestling so far. This is the weirdest thing. I've done a lot of. I obviously have an event company and whatnot. We do a lot of big events, so I deal with a lot of different entertainers, cooks, musicians, all that. You guys are strong mentally and physically, and the craziest thing about it is you guys are like some of the most logistically sound people
people I've ever met. Swear to God. All my workers, of all the companies we have and of all the things that we run, man, my workers can tell me I'm going to be here, I'm coming here, this way, I'm on this flight, and I'll be here. It's crazy. You guys are... Yeah, so I think that's probably part of the mentally sound part, man, because if you're not all together in the head, everything else is going to fall apart.
Right.
Yep.
That's good. Well, how long did it take you to get through the advanced classes and the training? When did you guys get I know they literally have to like let you know, like, you're okay, you're ready to start doing matches.
Yeah.
Don't do it before.
So we signed up in, what was it, March or April of 2015?
Yeah.
And you have to go through a whole process of it. You got to go through the strength and conditioning. You got to do the whole chain. You actually start off chaining outside the ring. You don't get into the ring until you learn how to chain first. Chain wrestle. So you do all that. You do you do bump day, which is brutal. They have you squat, sit there with Devon yelling at you. Bump, bump, get right up into a squat position. Bump again, bump again, bump again.
And they make you hold that squat position too.
Squat.
Like I think
So much fun.
it was like he made us hold it for like, I don't know, like a minute.
So you're being in a squat with your legs just trembling, and you yell out bump, squat again. You do all that. All right, bump. Learn moves. How many moves are on the list? You have to learn a list of moves.
Yeah.
Learn a list of moves. And you start doing spots.
Arm bar.
All that stuff. So
Nice.
Yeah, they make you do a lot. I mean, I feel like that's how you learn, because they make you. You say you learned one move. Say I don't know, suplex.
Okay.
Like they'll make sure like you're on that move for like 2 weeks. Like that's like the only thing you do. Plus,
make sure you perfect it.
perfect that.
memory.
Yeah, so like you'll be doing that plus the other whatever 3 moves you learned before that in like a spot, and you'll just be doing that for like 2 weeks or whatever it is, and then you'll learn another move, and you'll incorporate that into the other 3 moves that you learned until you do like be doing 4 moves for 2 weeks or whatever. You know what I mean? So like there's
They train you the right way.
yeah.
So like I said, we started in March of 2015. We didn't get into advanced class until I think November of 2015.
No, was it? Oh yeah, it was. That was October.
So how many months is that? Like 7, 8 months.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they actually take their time with you. They don't rush you in there like other places and just say, all right,
Were y'all picking it up quick? Would you say you all were picking it up quick?
Some
No, I
stuff,
was.
some stuff, yes. I mean, for me, some stuff yes, some stuff no.
It's been like this his whole life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, when did you guys get cleared to actually wrestle? Well, you know, let me take a step back from that. When were you, when did the Metros come about? Were you anything before the Metros? Did you guys have names that you all thought for yourselves? Or have you always been the Metros?
Well, I mean, we
weren't always in Metros.
were always right.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you a funny story that some people know this story. We did a promo one time for the first time ever. Actually, was
Promo class.
We were doing promo class with Bubba Ray, and we decided like we want to do a tag team promo. We never really decided that we wanted to be a tag team. We just that day we were just like, let's just do one. And then our names, it's funny. Like I really didn't think of a wrestling name for shows. I just literally just came up with something off the top of my head, and I was like, Anakin from Star Wars. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna call myself Anakin, and he called himself Double C.
Double C for my initials. How sweet is that?
So Anakin and Double C were.
I'm trying to think which one in my head is worse.
So that was the debut of Anakin and Double C, and that was our actually retirement too.
Yep, that same day.
So that was.
But
Yeah, but I mean, we actually we cut a really good promo. Bubba enjoyed it, and then ever since then, like I guess he told one of our other trainers, John Cruz, that he wants us to tag there.
I've heard of that guy before, John Cruz.
Yeah,
I hear he's a pretty good trainer.
He's great. Yeah, he's definitely.
Funny story. I say I'm the greenest one in the room because I've only been at this for less than a year now. John Cruz, I could probably say, is also my trainer.
Yeah.
Because he was the first one in the industry to ever really scold me for doing something stupid.
Yeah.
And
he's done that
he
to
was
us too. And
very, very cool about it.
Yeah.
And very smart. And actually, probably one of the first time I've actually been scolded for somebody, but the person actually,
Yeah.
actually told me, like, the actual this is why and this is why. And
Right,
this is
right.
why.
Yeah, good.
I love John. I'm not even gonna lie. I was calling him like I was thinking of every snake name I could possibly call him instead of calling him.
He literally scolded us for every stupid thing that we did at school, and I thank him for that, because now we're doing, we don't do these stupid things at shows.
We see it. We see other people do it.
When we see other people do the stupid things that we used to do, and I'm like,
And we'll just sit back and laugh.
I have never, man, I'll tell you when I don't
Yeah.
name anybody yet, man, they gotta, tell me it's okay first.
Yeah.
So it's fucking cool, man.
I always rather people be honest. Give me their honest opinion.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I love it. That again, to me, that's going back to like football days and stuff like that. We heard the brutal honest truth. You're either something good or you're doing something wrong, and they're going to tell you about it. So,
Yeah.
John being the way John was, shooting
great.
straight, it was received well. And I gotta give
I
respect.
prefer that than him just say, yeah, it's good.
It was
And
good.
then-
It was good knowing
Yeah.
that I could talk to some people in this business, even though I was new, and they weren't going to bullshit me.
Right.
And they taught me a quick level of respect very, very quickly, and in the best way possible.
Yeah.
And that was
exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
So he trained you all a little, and you guys were,
He trained us a lot. He was
your main trainer.
pretty much. He was the one.
Right on.
He was mostly there. Yeah.
Right on. And so you guys still hadn't come up with metros yet. You were just kind of.
We came up with the name ourselves. So when we got into advanced class 2015, October 2015, and right around I think it was like
I think we started tagging like around January of 2016.
January at the school. So we didn't do shows yet, and then around like June, I think it was around April 2016. We took a little break from the school because we just got new jobs and stuff, and I think it was we went back in like September
Something like that,
2016.
yeah.
So it was like a little bit of a break, and then when we went back, we finally got cleared in December of 2016, and basically
No. Yeah. Right, that's right. December 2016.
Yeah, and it's funny because the first time Bubba ever met us, he told us like straight off the bat like what he could like he said we remind him of the Ramones, and he's like, I can picture you guys coming out with a white T-shirt, leather jackets, and he's literally the reason why we're doing this, because he saw it in us, and then. We weren't even in advanced class yet or nothing. I think we haven't even learned to move yet when he told us this.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when we go back to us getting cleared, he told us this again, and I think he had forgotten that he had said that before.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, yeah, you told us that when you first met us. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
And did you know who the Ramones were?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But the whole Metro name comes from, of course, our hometown.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Metropolitan.
area.
Yeah. Yep. New Yorkers, born and raised, and
Yeah. He said they were like, I could picture you guys. You guys look like dicks. You guys come off as dicks. I was like, oh, cool.
Completely.
Yeah. So that
They don't at all.
It's funny because he was like, the only thing I'm worried about is, I don't want you guys going out there and basically he doesn't want us to be like go up to someone and say, yeah, asshole, we're not doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. We'll somebody that we know, somebody that we're friends with, yeah, we're gonna joke around and be an asshole too, but not someone that we.
Not somebody you just met
right.
Yeah.
on live TV.
Exactly.
That's why before they clear you,
Like you did this morning.
Yeah, before they clear
Gotcha.
you, they want you. They want you respectful.
Right.
That's what they train you to do. Respect. Of course, professional.
Of course, because you came out of that school.
Yeah, well trained. Yeah, you got to represent.
You got to represent your school.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
That's why some people perceive us like when they see what our videos we post on Facebook and stuff, but they never had a conversation with us in real life. They just think that that's how we are.
Which we are.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you guys have ever actually been dicks to me.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Cool. All right.
Probably a little bit.
All right. Well, I'll stick my watchdog. He's probably not listening anyway, so. But y'all are the watchdog. Shit. Okay. So, all right, I told you I was going to talk about this before, but I'm sure you guys are fucking sick of being compared to Deuce and Domino.
Who? Here we go.
Yeah, the guys. We know who they are. And I told you guys that I'm guessing that most of the people that fucking bring up Deuce and Domino weren't even around when Deuce and Domino were a thing, and they weren't even really. I mean,
Surprised people still remember that.
just go ahead and fucking tell people to get over it. You're not Deuce and Domino.
I mean,
Goddamn, they had a
it
shtick
just
before.
doesn't make any sense because that's just like, you know,
I think they were supposed to be. They had that Cherry chick with it. Cherry? Was
Cherry.
it Cherry?
yeah, that's true.
God, I'm old. But I think they were just supposed to be like '60s car buff greasers, like out of almost like out of the Grease movie, right?
Right, and that's
I've never
That's
seen you guys
nothing.
act like that at all.
right.
No.
We don't come out to 50s music. We don't
God,
talk.
no.
You know, we don't do any of that. You know, they were great. I was a fan of Deuce and Domino.
Yeah.
But I mean, that just calling us Deuce and Domino, it's just like a bold guy with black trunks goes out there and that's Stone Cold or
Right.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
How?
So, you guys had obviously seen them before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, were you pushed in that direction, or you just told the story about how did you have any apprehension? Did you ever think
Right.
that before yourselves?
I mean, we did, but I
Don't lie. Have you ever gone home and looked in the mirror after people have given you shit about it and been like, dude, do we look like? Is it ever-
I mean, I could see the comparison.
I know.
but
Honestly, other than you guys have a leather jacket.
A leather
Right.
jacket. We're actually better looking than them. Face-wise.
I don't mind. I can agree. Come on.
But yeah, I mean,
Put it to rest, because I'm even sick of seeing it.
we wear the white V-necks, the leather jackets, the black pants.
But that's the only. That's as far as it goes.
Don't come out with a car and
We don't come out with a car.
60s hop chick on skates.
That's just like me going up to a weatherman in a suit and saying, "Hey, you look like a corpse that just came out of a
Oh,
casket."
I can tell this bothers you. I love
Exactly.
it. It's horrible. Well, tell them to fuck off. Go ahead.
I mean, it's just
No.
They can-
No hard feelings.
they can keep doing it.
You're not on that network right now. You can do it. I can just go ahead and bleep it out. Be mean. You're not in heel form right now. All right.
I mean, the more they, as long as they're talking about us, you know what I mean?
That's true.
They remember us.
That's true.
They remember us.
That's
Yeah.
a great hashtag. You should use that as a hashtag.
We should.
It is.
You should. You should. All right, cool.
We'll
Well,
do.
I can say, look, I'm personally sick of hearing about the Deuce and Domino shit because I actually lived through the Deuce and Domino. I was actually watching wrestling then. Didn't just hear about it because I saw somebody else fucking say it on Twitter. So, dude, I've met them. I've hung out with them. Please stop. They're not. I don't even. Trust me, they do not drive a pimped out greaser 60s freaking ride. They're normal dudes that actually just like busting heads. And I don't remember if Deuce and Domino ever got to bust any heads. I think Cherry did most of this.
I mean, maybe if we change our T-shirt black, maybe it.
Should GCW make you a fuck
Okay.
Deuce and Domino shirt? Can you do that for my company? You can totally do that. Will we get a cease and desist? Who owns that name?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Alright, moving on. No more of that shit. So you get out of school, you started wrestling. What do you think your first big break in wrestling was? What do you think your first place that you went to wrestle, other than obviously your first wrestling show, where do you think your first place that you went that you were like, dude, we're here, we're excited?
Well, I mean, NXT.
And nothing before that was did you ever get excited? Like, was there ever a really jammed place before that? It was NXT? Because, I mean, if you got out in 2016, it's only just now 2019. I've seen you all. I saw you twice on NXT before I knew you, so, I mean, you guys were at NXT rather quickly after you got
Yeah,
ready to
so
work,
we did our first match in January of 2017,
right?
and
I forget who that was against now, but...
No. This is talking about.
Right.
just
Okay.
our very first. And,
Do you remember who that was against?
It was against the Pigs. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I have not.
It's I don't remember his work name. I know it's Tiano.
No, it's Hacker.
I don't want to say it wrong.
The Pigs. Okay,
And
shout out to the
BJ.
Pigs.
Yeah, and we went over our very first match.
Nice. Uphill from there, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that next month or a couple months I just decided to send some stuff to WWE.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would get anything back. And then I think it was literally like a week later, we got an invitation to NXT, and I was like, what?
Wow.
Like, I thought it was just a spam email or something. I was like, there's no way this is real. And then it was real. And then we got there, and I was like, man, wow, there's like, what, 4 or 5 months in, and we're backstage with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and it was crazy. It was an insane experience.
And that was already in Orlando. You're talking NXT.
That was Full Sail, yeah.
Full Sail already. Okay.
Yeah.
Not down the road.
No.
Cool.
And we didn't have a match that night. They just had us do some other stuff,
But it was still a great experience.
yeah, it was still a great experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's the first wrestler you met when you walked in the door there? Do you remember?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was Sky Too High.
Might have been, maybe.
That's kind of cool though, right there.
Probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It might have been.
You a little bit starstruck by anybody backstage trying to play it cool?
Not really. I mean, the only one that I was pretty much Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that.
Obviously.
I loved them as a kid. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
you still love him. You gotta
Of
say
course,
that.
you look up to those guys.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then you didn't have any matches that night. Do you remember your first match on NXT?
Yeah, it was against the Street Profits.
That's right. It was against you.
Yeah.
I remember
That was their debut.
That was their debut, wasn't
Yep.
it? They're doing okay now, right?
Yep.
Still the Evolve champs, I think. NXT let them branch down a little bit, branch out to some
we
of
just
the...
had we just had a rematch against the Street Profits, which lasted not very long, but.
When was that? When was that?
Really? That was like 2 weeks ago.
I thought you did... Oh, you're right. It was. That's right, because you got the crazy frog splash. How'd that feel?
Felt great.
You got up high on that frog splash, Danny. That's right. For some reason, I was thinking you were wrestling the... Oh, goodness. I forgot...
Warriors.
No, I thought you were wrestling the German guy in Diakovic Dijak.
Oh no, that was
Different
that
outfit.
was-
That's right. I remember completely. You two. Yeah. You didn't get kicked in the face. I remember you didn't kick him.
in the face.
You
no.
did. That was amazing.
Yeah, we both got punched in the face.
You did get punched on the face a couple of times, but the cool thing was, like I told you, they was it a new song too?
For us.
Yeah.
We always have a different song every time we go back.
I like the song used in GCW. I guess I'm just used to that. But they played your song. You guys actually had an intro this time, and they said some
We
good
had an
words.
intro the
about you.
first time too.
Yeah, but it was a quick one, and they didn't really talk about you. It was just it was your first match. This time they actually talked about you, like they kind of like they were, kind of like there's
something.
kind of like there's some good stuff in the future because it seemed like this time they were trying to invest the crowd a little bit in you, which is cool.
Yep.
So are we gonna get a win next time? We're in NXT.
I don't
Just
know.
tune
We're
in.
gonna have to keep watching and see what happens.
Wow. So what do you guys doing for the future? You got any big plans or any inside news? You know you're gonna be back on NXT. Anywhere else you know you might? When's your AEW email coming in?
Yeah.
No.
AEW.
AEW.
I mean, hey, I'm waiting for them to reach out to us. And the thing you learn about this business, you have to be patient, or else you're not gonna last.
Yeah.
Because if you think that you want stuff, everybody wants stuff to happen, but it's not like that.
Because that's a lot of people wanting stuff.
Right.
That's why people quit.
That's why when we first got the invite to NXT, in my mind at the time, I'm like, wow, this is happening fast. But then you quickly realize, like, it's just extra work or not. We don't work there yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just keep being patient and whatever.
As long as you're being consistent, the time's gonna come.
Yeah. You got.
And that comes with anything, not just wrestling.
You guys are still young. How old are you now?
I'm 23.
I'm 27.
Christ, man. Wow. That's good. So you guys are doing well though. I mean, you're already.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, people are already seeing you. You're on the network. You're on 2 networks now. 3 networks. So the one that ACW's on and whatnot too. The WW. What is it? WWN?
Yeah.
WWN network.
I always get that.
Talking about ACW?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
WWN.
So you guys are on a lot of networks. You're getting your face out. That's good. You're getting TV time with some good guys.
Yeah, maybe we were just on the news today.
You were just on the news today.
Yep.
That was a fun experience. We were in there to talk about food and my chocolate festival. I think we ended up talking about wrestling more than we ended up talking about food.
Started talking about the host makeup
Oh yeah.
a little bit more than.
How much was it?
5 pounds of makeup
5
that she
pounds?
slapped on this morning.
Good Lord.
That's why I have to wear those sunglasses. She was blinding me with all that.
Seriously, I was telling them I was behind her trying not to laugh my ass off on TV because I was actually there in character in the show. I'm on the show not in character, so I have to be a good guy. I'm kind of glad because if I was in character, I probably would have said something stupid too. And,
Show off that you're part of the GCW Nation by purchasing GCW gear, available only at fullygimmicked.com, or you can probably find some at any of our live shows. Check it out, grab some, join the green team.
talking about our show. Yeah, guess I could talk a little about how we met. How did we meet? How the hell did you guys even get booked on that show? And your first show was our second show.
Detroit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I reached out to Jay because I had no idea who was booking the show, so I just reached out to him. I was like, hey, who do I contact?
That would be him.
And that's what he said. He was like, that'll be me, sir.
Yeah. I was actually sleeping one morning and got a message from him. He's like, y'all good for Detroit? I just respond,
Who's paying?
yeah. I'm like, yeah. I have no idea how we're getting there. I don't know if we're walking, driving, taking a plane, taking a boat. I don't know how we're getting there, but I still said yes.
How did y'all get? Did you drive?
We drove.
We drove, yeah.
Why did you drive? Hey, first off, I appreciate you driving and saving me some cash. That was awesome. But why did you guys drive?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Actually.
It was because Marcos and
Lie to me. Say you were trying to save me money.
yeah, that's the reason.
Oh yeah.
I love you guys. That's the reason.
No, it's
So you guys, you brought up with Marcos and
Tree, Saif.
Marcos, Tree, Saif, and you guys all in the car.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, that must have been a fun drive to Detroit, huh?
Oh yeah. It would have been nice if it was a bigger car, but other than that, it was.
Well, you know how GCW rolls. Next time you just ask for a limo
Yeah,
I'll tell you no, and then we'll get you something else.
All right, there you go.
Perfect.
We actually thought we were getting like a nice van. We actually.
That's what they told.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Something just clicked in my head. Marcos and Saif and Tree. I actually paid for some of that nice van, but you guys didn't get a nice van.
No, he rented a car.
You got an economy-sized car that probably cost less
Which we had no idea.
than a nice van. So somebody got over on Mr.
No,
Gomez for no. It doesn't matter.
He actually, because Christian rented it.
The fuck didn't you
Or,
get a
I mean,
van?
Marcos rented it. I'm sorry.
Nicaraguan Heat.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And since
That's
he's,
sick.
I think you have to be like 25 or something to rent a car, so it cost him a lot more to do it.
How old's Marcos?
He's like 24. I think he's a year older than me. I think he's 24.
Really, I thought Marcos was older.
Really?
That's not an insult. I just thought Marcos was older. Oh my
He's like
goodness.
24.
My goodness.
Yeah. So we're supposed to meet up with him. We're all meeting at his place in this van. So we show up there. And you see what kind of car was it?
Man, I don't know. It's like
As soon as I saw that, I was like, that's not the car.
Yeah. So we
it is
show
not
up.
a five worker vehicle. Let me put it like that.
So we're
And your protein bag.
we're heading to Detroit for a few days. So I'm expecting maybe throw in a few outfits. Maybe we'll go out. So, these days coming up. We wound up packing 2 luggages each. He has his bag of protein. I have my bag of protein. Show up to the car, which we thought was a van. Marcos goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" We open up the trunk. Probably the only thing that fits in there is a bag of protein. We got our 2 luggages. Nobody has even stuffed their luggage in there yet.
Wow.
So he's like, what are you doing? And we're like, what do you mean? I was like, where's the van? He's like, I couldn't get a van. It was too expensive.
He's already angry.
Yeah.
Marcos already angry.
So he's like, I don't know, bro. I mean, we had no idea. Like we were planning on just like renting another car and.
I was so close to just driving my car up there. I was like,
Yeah. So we have 2 luggages each. So I decided to just open up 1 luggage, throw everything away, throw it into the car that we got there with. I left 1 whole luggage. So we had 2 luggages. I brought 1 luggage with me. Bought my bag of protein, of course. And you did the same thing.
Now, at what
My
point
brother did. Huh?
did y'all just not think of putting your luggage into the bag of protein? It can clearly fit all your luggage.
We could have done that too, but we didn't think of that. So we did that, and
yeah, it's funny because I had a giant luggage with like so many outfits. I don't even know. Because I don't know. I just wanted to pack more than.
Yeah,
because we didn't do anything.
Because
Yeah, like
I didn't
button
want to. Yeah, I didn't want to. Like, what?
he had like button-down shirts in there.
Nice. Me too. I have a bunch of luggage that I didn't use.
I didn't want to just pack 1 shirt for each day. You know what I mean? Because like, what if something happens? What if I spill something on one of my shirts? I gotta change my shirt. And then it's funny because I open my luggage and Saeed gets there. He's like, "Bro, what do you think's gonna happen?"
He's cleaning out the luggage and he sees the button-down shirts. He's like, "You You're trying to get some bitches, aren't you?
Don't let Saeed fool you. You know, under like 5 of those layers was a button-down shirt somewhere for going out.
Oh, yeah.
So it was how long was that drive?
Well, it was supposed to be 16 hours. That's what the GPS says. But with all the piss breaks and all the stopping for gas and eating, it took about like 20 hours to get there.
Wow, I bet that
Non-stop.
That was good times.
Well, there was 5 of us, so we kept rotating.
Who was the worst driver?
What was the worst
That's the
driver?
best question ever.
Everybody drove.
Probably Marcos.
Yeah, probably.
Because he was asleep, right?
Because he's short, that's why. He needs a dictionary to sit on the front seat to see the road.
Look, true story, the only time I've ever seen Marcos awake and standing up was when he was in the ring. If he's not in the ring, he's always asleep somewhere snoring.
Oh, he's always asleep, yeah. Out of respect, if somebody's driving and everybody else is asleep, I always make sure I stood up, just to make sure that the driver stood up, just in case.
Yeah, okay. I have videos on my phone of all 4 of you sleeping while I'm
Nice. I actually always volunteer to drive first. I mean, always to drive, because if you weren't driving, people are always rotating. I either wanted to be in the passengers or the driver's seat, because if you weren't, you were crammed up in the back with 2 other people.
Yeah.
If you're sitting in the middle, you're just sitting with your legs together.
Yeah, I'm not,
Yeah, you're just like an asshole in the back for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
We drove 3 hours each, all the time, until the next rotation.
It's not bad.
So we made it work.
No, it was fun though. It was a fun trip.
So when you got to Detroit, yeah, I guess we met up there.
That was the first time we met.
It's a funny story. I don't think I told you all this. You probably figured it out. And we're not going to beat around the bush. This is GCW. We're founded around cannabis and medical marijuana, which you guys don't smoke, by the way.
No.
I mean, I'm not against it.
Oh, I know, or else you wouldn't be working for us. Get the fuck out of here if you're against it. So that's where I failed to meet the connection at first. Like, how did you guys even get with us? We're like a We're not pro cannabis. Make you all smoke. Everybody's got to get high. We're just like, if you guys are going to treat your injuries, I'd rather you treat it with CBD and weed than painkillers and shit that kills you. But so not gonna lie, when you guys got to Detroit, I probably smoked a lot of weed by the time you guys got here. We had some we had some friends from the dispensaries come over and bring us loud. We were stoned. So like the first hour and a half that I met you guys, I was stoned. I had only ever seen you guys before in the jackets and in character.
Yeah.
Must have talked to you guys like 3 times before I just all of a sudden was like, wait a minute, hold on. Fucking Metros. Like, snap me the fuck out of it. And I think it was funny because I think it was Saeed. I think at one point I asked Saeed, what are JC and I was shooting it, and Chris getting you. He's like, dude, they're downstairs in the basement. I was like, oh, with the protein bag. And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh my god, man, I'm high. I didn't fucking know. So yeah, apologize. So I was dealing with a lot that day, bro. Think about it. It was our only second show. We'd still never done a show in our hometown. We were like, states and states away, flying in. How many? I don't even remember. We flew in like 15 wrestlers for that show.
Something like that, yeah. I don't know how many. Were we the only ones that drove up from Florida? Probably, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, Trisha Dora drove.
But she drove from, I think,
DC?
Yeah,
I think she drove from DC. I think.
It's like a 7-hour drive.
I think Chuckles. I think Chucky drove, but I think he drove from Indiana.
I think,
yeah.
I think he did he drove halfway and then he crashed somewhere.
Something like that. And I think Tony Storm, pardon me, the Storm, wouldn't want to get him confused with Tony Storm from WWE UK. I think the Storm was, I think he was in Indiana or something too, right?
Was he?
So you guys aren't the only ones. I think you guys are the only ones that drove from Florida.
Yeah,
Probably.
And because Rio's family flew with us. Rio's flew from California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Diamante from Miami, and I think Ariel flew from Orlando and everything. So about half and half.
Yeah.
You guys were the only ones shoved in the car. So do you have fun when you get there, at least? Did we treat you? Look, I'd never had to house any workers before. Did we do an okay job of taking care of
They definitely
everything?
treated us like family.
I know my wife kicked ass. Was everything I know my wife was cooking and cleaning like she usually does.
Oh,
yeah.
And everybody. So that was good for you guys?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
We woke up and we had breakfast. We had.
Yeah, we got there and we woke up 10 minutes later after you barged in our room and said, all right, who's smoking and who's eating?
Sounds like something I would do.
This is the GCW Podcast. Make sure to check us out on YouTube, Generation Championship Wrestling, or across the web at GCW 420, the highest flyers in the business.
So where are we at? We were at the breakfast sausage in the morning in Detroit, I believe. Correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Was that that was the morning of the actual show?
I think that was the day before, actually.
That was still the day before?
Mhm.
I forget how long we were up there for.
I think we got.
That's right, because we filmed like promos and shit the night before and watched UFC.
Yep.
Or took 3 hours to film a promo and missed UFC because we were filming promo.
I think it was one of those, yeah.
Something like that.
Either way.
It really did take like 3 hours, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we had we were up in the kitchen filming a Welcome to the Inner Circle Family Gilio promo, and I guess Saeed and...
While everyone's trying to sleep.
No, they were down in the basement filming Saiva promo, remember?
No, sir, because he was the one filming ours.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No way, Saeed. Was Saeed filming? So they'd already done that. So I guess...
I'm the one that filmed Saeed's promo.
That's right. Okay, so we did that first, and then we came up and did ours.
Yeah.
Wow, and then we missed all of UFC because we took forever to film that promo. That was all my fault, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever it was. Wait, how... Okay, yeah. Let's blame it on Saeed and his bad filming.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. So, and then the next day, I guess, was the event. So we did that. Everybody went to sleep, and the next day we woke up, and it was about... How cold would you say it was outside?
About 40 degrees, maybe?
About 40 degrees.
I wasn't prepared for that either.
Only wearing a hoodie?
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to wrestle in a heated tent.
Yeah, in a heated tent.
In a
Yeah,
heated tent.
a heated tent that only fit like 10 people.
Yeah,
Promises that these...
We might as well just fucking wrestle under an umbrella or something.
And
Doing the same exact thing.
And the other thing about it is if anybody stood up on the turnbuckle, their head was pretty much almost on the ceiling of the tent. So they told us this tent was big and it'll fit people and barricades and intros and we get there and it was like nothing.
Yeah, there was no way we drove about 20 hours to wrestle in a tent
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let it happen.
in front of like 10 people.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen, bro.
And then especially no one's going to know it's there, too. They're just going to keep walking by. And
Right.
like, they're going to peek in, and the ring's like all the way in the back. So it's like, if you peek in, you're just going to see like the bar.
So we ended up just... I guess I ended up just asking people if if we had to move the tent outside to wrestle in the cold, was that going to be a horrible thing? Because I know that the boards under the ring get a little harder when it's cold outside, and I know the wind cutting through us was a little chilly, and I know like you guys aren't wearing. Well, you guys at least had shirts and
We were
pants on.
them
But
anyway, so.
We have jackets.
yeah,
We're smart.
yeah.
We're like idiots that just wear boots and trunks.
I know. Can you imagine?
It's-
I mean, I was walking around with a fur coat, and yeah. So and Saeed was actually. He was pretty warm too. It was the first time that I was like, "Oh, that's why you wear that much stuff, buddy. You're prepared." He was warm. So we ended up. I guess the show was started when it was daytime out, but by the time your match came along, it was already nighttime.
It was colder, too.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Chris had a nice rip in his pants.
Oh yeah. Well, I usually have a tear in my jeans all the time. I usually have a tear in my jeans, so I actually needed to take a piss right before my match. I was looking for spots to go. I went by what are the trucks there? I guess the trucks that brought the ring in.
Right.
I was gonna piss in a bottle up there. Nobody was in there. I take one big giant step to get onto the truck. I just hear.
Man.
I look down and I just see my entire leg through my jeans, and I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna wrestle like this? Out of all times,
Wow. And
all the way in Detroit, I
Yeah.
usually have an extra pair of pants with me. That was the only time I didn't have an extra pair of pants.
the fun part is from my eye level, because I'm out there doing the managed valet boss sort of gimmick, and from my eye level, the fucking rip in his pants standing on the fucking ring apron is right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eye level the whole time.
Well, it was ripped
Yay,
from the start of the match. It was already torn.
bro.
But as soon as I didn't even want to get tagged in anymore, because every time I kept getting tagged in, I had to take that big giant step to go through the ropes, and every time I did that, it just kept tearing more.
Yeah, so between him not trying to cut in, I could tell, and me not trying to look at the ring because he's standing in front of me with his balls hanging out. His balls weren't hanging out, I could say it though. And that was you were cold, weren't you? A little bit.
A little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit chilly. I forgot. Who'd you guys wrestle that night?
CT and Rex.
CT and Rex. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So Rex had a couple matches left
Yep.
from Detroit on. Man.
We were his last two matches at
Yeah,
GCW.
CT came out in like a parka. Rex came out in just his drawers, and I mean, damn, they must have been real fucking cold up there.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
Once you're like in the middle of the match, though, it's like you don't even
You don't
pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd was into it,
I
though.
think
It was cool. We had quite a lot of people watching that night. which was cool because we weren't in our home state, so everybody was digging it.
February 16th, 2019, GCW for the Love of Wrestling comes to the Carewood Cultural Center in Tampa, Florida. The show is free and part of the also free Tampa Bay Chocolate Festival. Come out, join the thousands in attendance, and watch some amazing wrestling.
So yeah, I guess moving forward, we ain't got much longer to go here since we already destroyed the audio copy, and hopefully the video copy is doing a great job with the audio. Just in case. So moving forward, what do we guys got going on moving forward now?
This Saturday we have ACW.
GCW?
WWN.
That's
It's
in
in
Port.
Yeah, Newport Richie.
Yeah?
Far from here, right?
Okay.
Did this.
February 9th, we have, it's still in question. I'm not sure if it's still happening, but Full Throttle.
The show on the 9th.
Yes.
Are we allowed to talk about that, Eddie, at all?
Probably not. Yeah, so we don't. I spoke to him today, and he said they're gonna, I guess, come to a conclusion. It might just be just Full Throttle and not Full Throttle versus FEW.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. And then we have what do we have? GCW on the 16th.
The hell is that?
Generation Championship Wrestling.
I've heard of
You
those
heard of
guys.
it, right?
Oh yeah.
Very handsome owner.
And then Fest the very next day.
And Fest the next day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was trying to get something working with Fest so we could do some crossover thing with it. They don't need us. I mean, Fest is the almighty,
That's-
glorious Fest.
It's crazy up there in
Mhm.
Gainesville.
Yeah, I gotta go there one day.
You
Oh, yeah.
should. You should go. You should go
Stop.
on the 17th.
I am a Seminole, so I do not venture to Gainesville, home of the Gators, very often. But my wife is a Gator, so sometimes she tries to drag me up in Gainesville. But I gotta go eventually. 'Cause
I don't watch football. That's boring.
it doesn't matter. I don't like being around. No, but yeah, Fest is cool. I heard a lot of good things about Fest. I've seen a lot of cool matches from Fest, and I think GCW has almost I swear to God, we have a Fest match in the middle of GCW coming up. What is
Probably.
it? Effie and Jamie Senegal tagging for the first time against against Dakota.
I hate those guys.
They're making their debut.
Oh
I hate everybody. I hate everybody in that match.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And who else? We got the Gymnasties.
Hate them too.
All of them. Why? You know.
Who else? I'm missing. I can't believe I'm forgetting about somebody. Who am I forgetting about?
They're forgetful. That's why you forgot.
No.
about them.
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else? It's these guys that like to exercise all the time.
Yeah,
They
exactly,
freaking
yeah.
Eat pastries.
Who cares?
Exactly.
Oh, it's the fabulous Kiki Roberts and
whatever.
I'm not gonna say anything bad about Kahuna because he'll put me through a freaking wall.
No, he wouldn't.
Dude, he's a beast. Come on.
Oh, is he?
Is he?
I don't know. You tell me.
Are we shooting now?
A beast.
Listen, this is a podcast
Dude,
about us, not about Effie, not about Dakota. They make me sick.
Let's just switch to work.
Jesus Christ.
All right, go ahead. You can talk smack about him for a little while.
Oh, we don't need to talk smack. They're not worth it.
You just so the Gymnasties are okay.
I never said the Gymnastics were okay.
Well, you didn't
But
say-
I know what you're trying to do.
You didn't say anything disparaging about him just then, so I was like, cool. You like the Gymnasties? I haven't met him yet. I don't give a fuck. I'm on your side.
They're just not worth our time.
I mean, I can agree. None of them are really worth my time, even though I guess I don't blame them.
Yeah. Just make sure.
Do we even pay them?
You probably should. Maybe just.
Hot dog and a handshake?
Probably.
Just put them on the pre-show match.
Aren't they on the pre-show match?
I don't know.
All right.
You expect me
Just
to
put
know?
them on the match before doors open.
It's fucking weird. It's
Yeah,
Rio's
nobody
job.
in there.
We don't have doors. We can't afford them. It's a big field. We're actually on a field. No, in reality, we're doing the big ass chocolate event, so we got about, on average, there's like 20, 25, 30,000 people coming out of the event, so it's all gonna be pretty hyped up.
Yeah.
And who have you guys working that night?
We
Who
have
we working?
Treehouse Lee.
Who?
Treehouse Lee.
Okay.
Heard of him, right?
Yeah, he
He's-
sets his shoes on fire.
He's really good. I like him, so I'm gonna enjoy kicking his ass. And
He gave me an Xbox, so I can't really say anything bad about Tree.
Eddie Torres.
And Eddie Torres, the Authorita.
Yeah, he works at
Is it
Sports.
good?
He works at Sports Authority. You know that?
Does he really?
That's
though?
why-
I don't actually know where Eddie works. So if that was like real and he was the authority and worked at Sports Authority, number one, I'd be like, well, that's awesome. And number two, Eddie has a job. I don't think it's Sports Authority though.
Oh, maybe.
Who knows?
That's probably where he got it. Maybe that's his favorite store.
Let's try to get him a job at Sports Authority. I fill out an app for Eddie at Sports Authority.
Yeah.
They can call him and be like, you got a job. Where? Sports Authority. Awesome. So those guys are tag teaming So what we did is we pieced together Eddie and Treehouse that really love each other. They love working with each other. They're like a bromance buddy.
Are they?
Against you guys?
Yep.
With me around too?
Yep.
And Rios?
He's gonna be out there too.
Like all of us?
Oh, good.
We're like that clique, freaking. We're like a stable clique. Remember?
Why is Saif sending his brother into war alone?
Because Saif could not make it.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, he has a fest match the next day, but
Yeah.
no, Saif actually called me apologizing because Saif was actually booked for the show at first, but Saif accidentally, and he doesn't do it very often, he double booked himself, and he was booked at the other place first, and Saif ain't gonna dick out on the show because Saif's kind of cool like that. So obviously, I tried my best to get him to flake out on the other show because I could be a dick. And,
Yeah.
So you're telling me he just didn't admit that he didn't want to get his ass kicked by the Metro Brothers?
I mean, they've kind of been getting their ass kicked by us like every event. I mean, you guys came to the company at GCW 2. At GCW 1, they were getting their ass kicked by us after the match already. At GCW 2 in Detroit, they got their ass kicked by. I say us. I don't do shit in the ass kicking department, but they got their ass kicked by us in Detroit. Did they get there? How did we let them get out of GCW 3 without some way kicking their ass at some point? Somewhere. Why the hell?
I think we were just too focused on the
main event?
because we were in the main event
That's
where we should be, and their match was like I don't know,
Or the pre-show match.
somewhere in the beginning where no one was watching.
No one.
And when we were driving home, I'm like, man, I forgot about those guys.
I remember them
So.
hitting each other with a lot of chairs that day, and they broke a couple tables.
Yeah.
Seriously, let's not let that happen again. Every time they're around, we should at least fuck with them in some capacity. Not a whole day. That was a missed opportunity.
I won't forget.
So yeah, so you guys are okay. You guys are working them. And like I said, you guys got them that don't tag together. You guys
So they're gonna be clueless.
that grew up together with me and Rios behind you. That's good shit. Oh, there's gonna be guys. Don't even show up that day. Show up, but gracefully. Can you actually tap out before a move? Are they allowed to tap when they get into the match?
You can quit whenever you want. You can walk away.
Can we do the finger? No, we do anyways. Okay. So you got that coming out. Other than that, we are on Nothing Else on .tv, which is like the network in the United Kingdom, which is aspiring to be above and beyond Fight TV in America, and they're doing a pretty good job. They've signed WA, they've signed OWE, the guys that the Elite have been putting over lately. The Elite, I can't believe I said that. AEW has been putting them over. You guys are on the network. You guys are already on the network with us because we did no lie, because we like losing audio. Our first match was lost. It was supposed to be on last week, so we pieced together an episode in like 7 minutes to go on. You guys are on it. So our actual first episode is coming up tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and it's our real episode put together properly. We got a nice tribute to Rex, our buddy that's gone now, that cancer took. Love you, buddy. You guys will be on that in the main event. Who else is on that tomorrow night? Who else is on the show tomorrow night? I forgot who already. Oh, we got Serpentico against Samuel Shaw. I think one of Samuel Shaw's last recorded matches, probably because I hear he got the call, was on that show against Serpentico. They had a best of 3 falls match. So you guys are already on the network, but you're going to be revamped on the network tomorrow during the day. They're going to push it a little more. GCW has the entire Tuesday slot, so we can basically put over whatever we want on that slot. So come and check us out. Nothing Else on .tv. And that's it. Thanks for doing the first podcast, and it probably wasn't ruined. And hopefully we have some audio to go with our video. And productive day. What time did you guys leave this morning?
I think we woke up at 4:30, left at 5.
Why did you wake up at 4:20?
I tried. I set my alarm for 4:20, and then I stood in bed for an extra 10 minutes.
You gotta work on this shit.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Don't ever smoke anything. Don't touch it. Don't get near it.
Unless it's here.
Get the call up, and then don't ever see GCW again. You waved to us from freaking TV.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's these guys. So, anyways, thank you. I hope to see you all soon. Since we are in some sort of faction, we should probably talk once in a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And hopefully you guys will be on NXT more often. And all jokes aside, hopefully you guys will be on Raw or SmackDown soon. Or who knows, by that time NXT might be the third brand that's on TV. And in my opinion, it's my favorite show to watch. So I'm glad you guys are there
Yeah.
right now.
Thank you.
It's fun.
I appreciate that.
And I make sure to pop 4 in my My 4-year-old now watches some past 4
Yeah, great.
That's it. So yes, get out of here. We'll get back to doing my thing. And promo the event, promo our shows, promo everything. That's an order from the boss. And what the hell did we call this show? The GCW Podcast. That was this was well thought out.
Oh yeah, very creative.
Very creative. Very creative. Bye, Chris.
All right.
JC. I guess we're up here now because we stopped the recording.
Yeah.
See you later.
So that's it. That's our first podcast. Thank you, everybody, for being patient with us through the technical difficulties. We will make sure to make sure that doesn't happen next time. And we appreciate the Metro brothers for coming in, Chris and JC. Love you guys. Thanks for being part of the inner circle with me. And guys, tune in next time for some more GCW action, some more GCW high-flying names, and we will see you next time. Thanks.